In the 16th century, a man sat in exile, watching the world fall apart. His name was Niccolò Machiavelli. Betrayed, dismissed and broken, he had lost everything: his position, his influence, his reputation. But in that silence, something remarkable happened. Instead of giving in to despair, Machiavelli turned his isolation into a laboratory of the mind. He began to study power, not just political power, but inner power. The power to stay calm in chaos, to focus when the world tries to break you. He wrote, "The one who controls others may be powerful, but the one who has mastered himself is mightier still." Machiavelli understood that before you can rule a state, you must first rule your mind, because every decision, every victory, every act of greatness begins with one thing: focus. Focus is the throne upon which self-mastery sits. When you lose focus, you lose yourself, and when you lose yourself, you become a puppet to distraction, impulse and noise. Today, most people live exactly like that, enslaved by their own habits, prisoners of their attention. They wake up and give their minds away, to screens, to opinions, to meaningless things. Machiavelli would have called that weakness, because he believed that the greatest weapon a person can have is control, not control over others, but control over the storm within. He wrote in The Prince, "Fortune favors the bold," but boldness, in his eyes, wasn't recklessness. It was the courage to stay disciplined when the rest of the world collapsed. Imagine a ruler in the middle of a rebellion, chaos everywhere, panic spreading. The weak panic too, but the disciplined ruler stays calm, collects information, and acts strategically. That ruler wins. Your life is no different. Distractions are your rebellion. Your mind is your city, and every time you give in to temptation, you surrender the gates to the enemy. Machiavelli's true lesson wasn't cruelty or manipulation, it was clarity, to see the world as it is, not as you wish it to be, to cut through illusions and stay focused on what truly matters. He said, "Men generally judge more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see but few can understand." That's what focus is, the ability to understand while others merely look. When you train your focus, you separate yourself from the crowd, you stop reacting, you start thinking, you stop chasing comfort, you start building power. The world today is louder than ever. Everyone wants your attention: social media, politics, noise. But you have a choice. You can live as a pawn of distraction, or you can rise as a prince of discipline. Machiavelli's exile was his greatest teacher. It stripped away his illusions and left only truth, that greatness is born in solitude, not noise. So if you want to increase your focus, start where he started, in silence. Close the noise, breathe, sit with your thoughts, command them. Each time you control your attention, you reclaim your crown, and as Machiavelli might whisper to you now, he who conquers himself conquers everything.